everyone, welcome back. I've been watching a lot of individual brand makeup collections. I've been watching people's NARS's collections, MAC collections, Benefit collections, and I really wanted to do my own. So I thought that I would choose the brand of makeup that I have the most of and show you my MAC Cosmetics collection. Of course, this video is by no means to brag. I don't have as much as a lot of people. I have more than other people. I just wanted to sort of contribute to this video trend of people showing people their makeup brand collections. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, I'm going to do my base products that I have by MAC. I guess the first one that would make sense for me to do would be my strobe cream, which I've only just recently purchased and it's not something I'm familiar with yet. I wore it in my last video and it made my skin feel very hydrated and moisturised and smooth, but I wasn't really sure where the strobing was coming in. So it's something that I still have to sort of work out on how to use. It was $24.50 and so far I sort of like it. I know a lot of bloggers really like it and a lot of YouTubers use it in their videos to create really illuminated looks. So it's just something I've got to get my head around, but so far so good. The next one, which is so nearly empty, it's breaking my heart, is my Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC in NW15, and it's the best concealer I've ever had in my entire life. It's not that expensive considering. I mean, you only get a tiny little bottle. This lasted me about 6 or 7 months because I wear it every single day under my eyes to conceal my under eye area, and it's amazing. It's completely doesn't crease at all, it doesn't shift, it doesn't budge, it doesn't fade, it doesn't smudge. It's amazing. It really is pro longwear, whatever that means, and I cannot fault it, and I think it's only about £15, £16, so that's definitely worth an investment if you're looking for a really good concealer. On to foundations now. This is the Studio Fix Fluid by MAC. It's very old, I never use it. It is completely the wrong colour, even though it's NW15, the same as the concealer that I have. It's wrong, I don't like it, it's like glue on my face. This bottle is still basically full. I used it a few times, but it just comes out completely orange on my skin and I don't know why, because I got colour matched in store and it's still really dodgy. So I don't use this, I don't like this. I have nothing positive to say about it really. So Studio Fix Fluid. And then onto my Studio Sculpt foundations. This is the old one in NC20, which is completely the wrong colour. I think I must have got colour matched in the middle of summer after I got back from Italy and I was really tanned, and that is not the colour that I am. I don't really use this. I might get to use it in the summer, hopefully, if I do get a little bit more colour to my skin. If not, I bought myself a new one in NC15, which is only one shade lighter, but I think you can see the colour difference in that. I'm very pale normally. I don't have much colour at all, so I really need a very pale foundation, and yeah, so this is very new as well. I've only used it once. I know I really like the formula of this foundation. I use this quite a lot over summer, but this is my winter one and maybe I'll get some more use out of this one in the summer. I also have this colour concealer little set kit thing that my mum got me, and it looks like that, and it's got a few different shades in there. This is, oh Christ. I don't really use this that much, to be honest. I find that the Pro Longwear Concealer does the job for me. I do see that there's a few different colours in here which I'm sure would be good for certain problem areas, for example redness or sallowness or dark circles. I've used it once, I think. I liked it, but I do prefer the Pro Longwear Concealer. Now moving on to powders. The first one that I absolutely adore and love is my Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation, which is something that I use every single day to make sure my foundation is looking really flawless. So I basically apply my foundation and my concealer as I usually would, and this powder also contains some coverage. It's got foundation in there, so I do another layer on top just to make sure that any redness or dark circles or weirdness is covered up completely, and that's perfect for doing so. It completely matches my skin tone perfectly, which is weird because I'm pretty sure that's NW15. So this is NC15. This is completely wrong. this is completely right. I don't know what's going on. Then I've got two Mineralized skin finishes, the natural ones. One is in light and one of them is in medium dark. This is the powder that I use to set any highlighting that I've done with concealer. So down my nose, on my Cupid's bow and underneath my eyes is where I use that powder just to set the concealer in place. I really like it. I don't really see much of a colour difference than my actual skin. When I put it on top of the concealer, I really think it's just there to set it and not to add any other coverage. It's a very sheer powder and it's very close to my actual skin tone. It's still quite pale, so it's really good for setting. I don't find that my concealer goes anywhere. I really like this powder. I can't remember how much it was because I've had it for such a long time and I don't tend to use much of it because it's only for a few little areas, but I really like it. Then the medium dark powder, which I've barely used if I'm honest. I went into MAC and asked them what I could use for contouring and they pointed me in this direction, so I bought it and it's not really that good if I'm honest. It's very orangey on my skin. I have quite an ashy undertone to my skin and also my hair is usually grey or very pale blonde and I don't need any orange on my face if I can help it. So I don't use this ever really. I think in the summer I do bronze up a little bit because my foundation's usually quite light, but apart from that this doesn't get any use from me in the winter and I haven't touched it for a few months. So then more recently I went into MAC and asked them for something I could contour with and they showed me their powder blush in Taupe. They didn't have it in a compact, so they gave me this magnetic compact thing, which is really nice actually. It means that I can buy a blush to go in next to it and have a little compact for that. But this is a very ashy and very taupey sort of blusher that I use for contouring. There's no orange in it whatsoever and when I use it I always find it looks really natural and very shadowy. Then blushes. So the first MAC blush I ever bought was Flare Power, which is this very nice, vibrant, corally, peachy pink. I can't see me wearing this, can you? I don't know why I bought this. It was the first MAC blush I ever bought and I was obsessed with certain YouTubers who really liked their fake tan and I'm not a fake tanner, so I bought this in the hope that it would, you know, make me have their exact face. It didn't. I sort of looked like I was doing clown makeup or something. It's so bright, it's really pigmented, this one, and it's not for me. Then last year I decided I was going to try again and I went for Blush Baby, which is the perfect blush shade for me. It's my favourite blush that I'm using at the moment. It's very sheer and pink and peachy. It's very feminine and girly. It's not overstated at all. It really goes with your skin tone if you're a paler girl, and it's very wearable for daytime, and if you want to build it up in the evenings you can do, but I find that just a very light dusting of this is absolutely perfect and it looks very natural. Now we've got eye products, which I only have two of. I've never really spent a lot of money or looked into buying MAC eyeshadows or mascaras or eyeliners at all in the past. I've been obsessed with their lipsticks and their base products because that's what I hear the most about. I decided that I was going to try the Black Track Pro Longwear Fluid line, and it's like a gel eyeliner. I'm sure a lot of you will have heard of it. It's very difficult to use. I mentioned in my last video that I tried and sort of failed. It's difficult to get the hang of, but I'm just hoping that practice makes perfect and I'll be able to get really precise cat eyes that look amazing in the future. Not today, not tomorrow, but sometime in the future. I'm hoping it's going to work for me. Then I also bought the Amber Times 9 eyeshadow palette, which has recently dropped in price, or it certainly did when I bought it. It's £25 and you get 9 eyeshadows, which I think is really good value for MAC, considering their individual eyeshadows are somewhere between £8 and £13, I think. I don't know. I don't really look into their eyeshadows much, but I really like this palette. Some of the shades are a bit hit and miss, some of them are much more pigmented than the others, which is a bit annoying, but it gives me a good idea of MAC eyeshadows. I've got some frosts and some mattes and some glittery ones and some satins, so it's going to give me a good idea of actually what I'm looking into if I did ever want to buy individual MAC eyeshadows. Also, I'm completely obsessed with nude eyeshadows. It's the only colour that I really wear on my eyes, so any more nude eyeshadows is a good thing for me. Now moving on to lip products, which I have plenty of. I did recently declutter all my MAC lipsticks, and my boyfriend's little sister inherited a lot of my unwanted ones. So what I've got left are about 10 lipsticks and 2 lip pencils. The first is in Subculture, which is a very sort of baby pinky nudie, barely shows up on my skin, and that's saying something considering I'm quite pale. And then the second one is in Whirl, which took me about a year to track down because everyone wanted it after Kylie Jenner started using it, so I managed to find that. I really love these two. I think Whirl is definitely my favourite. Subculture is for when I'm doing a completely nude lip and I will just use this as my lipstick. It looks really nice and very matte. And then Whirl, I have the Whirl lipstick, so this is perfect to go with it, and I really do wear Whirl quite a lot. So yeah, this has got a lot of use out of it too. And now moving on to lipsticks. And I've rolled my sleeve up so I can swatch each one for you. I did declutter a lot of these, as I said, and I got rid of all the baby pinks and the neons and the I've got no idea why I bought them, to be honest. So I'm just gonna choose these at random and swatch them for you and talk a little bit about how I feel about it. So the first one is Paramount, and it is this very beautiful, gorgeous, amazing brick red colour. It's a satin finish, but it actually comes off quite matte, if you ask me. So that's what it looks like. I wear it quite a lot. I think it's like the perfect sort of twist on your classic red lipstick. Next we've got Faux, which is another satin, and it was the first sort of proper nude that I really got on with and felt like it really suited me. So it's quite a dark pink. It's quite grungy, I'd say, but it's very wearable, and I wore it such a lot when I first bought it. It was my first decent proper actual nude that I felt really suited me. Next we've got Studded Kiss, which I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it was limited edition. I don't know why I think that, I might be completely wrong, but it's again a very deep bricky red colour, and it is matte, and it looks like this. Oh, it's a lot redder than Paramount actually. It's quite bloody, it's quite vampy, I quite like it. Then we've got Taupe, which is a matte, and I absolutely love Taupe. It's, again, quite bricky, but it's a nude this time. I wear this quite a lot in autumn. It reminds me of the colour of autumn leaves. It's beautiful, I love it. And next we've got Stone, which is a matte as well. Do you see a trend developing? This was the one that I sort of lost my mind over. When I first bought it, I hated it, and I wondered why the hell I'd bought it. It just didn't suit me. I was wearing completely the wrong sort of eyeshadow with it, and blush and bronzer and that kind of thing. But when I got used to it, I realised how gorgeous it was, and I actually really feel like it suits me. It's sort of a greyish colour. It's very muted beige, grey, stony colour. Next we've got Velvet Teddy, which is my ultimate favourite MAC lipstick, I think. Everyone knows what this looks like, so I guess you're expecting something like that. But it's gorgeous, and again, it's perfect for daytime, evening. I wear it absolutely everywhere. I wear it to weddings, I wear it to coffee dates with Chris, I wear it shopping. I think it's the ultimate everyday lipstick, and I really feel like it suits me. So I love Velvet Teddy. Next we've got Mineralized, which is the only neon one I kept out of my other collection. You can watch the entire MAC lipstick collection video on my channel. It's a few videos back, but I swatched all of them on my lips, so if you wanted to see them properly you can do. But this one is an amplified cream, and it's really bright and neon orangey red, and I really love it. It's not something I wear very much, but I feel like I should because I really do love the colour. It's one of those colours that's very unusual, and you always get people stopping you asking you what lipstick you're wearing, and I really like that. So yeah, I do love Mineralized. It really stays well. It's very creamy and it feels very comfortable on my lips as well. Next we've got Russian Red, which is a matte, and it's a very true cool toned red, which I love for winter, and it just reminds me of Snow White, so that's what it looks like. It's quite deep, but it's definitely cool toned, which I really like in a red lipstick. I don't like warm toned red, she says after just swatching an orangey red. But yeah, no, I really like Russian Red. I feel like it complements my skin when it's really pale, and I enjoy using it very much. Next we've got, oh, another Velvet Teddy. we know what that looks like. And the final one is Whirl, which is probably my second favourite MAC lipstick ever. It's this deep toned brownie nude. It's very deep actually. I'm not sure I'd call it a nude, but as you can see, it's creamy even though it's matte. It's really comfortable. I think it really suits my skin tone as well, but again, my flatmate from last year in Bristol, she had very dark olive skin and it really suited her too, so I feel like a lot of these suit a lot of people, Velvet Teddy especially. I think that looks different on everyone. It also looks amazing on everyone. So guys, that was my MAC makeup collection. I really hope you enjoyed having a little snoop. I really enjoy looking at other people's videos of their certain brand collections, so if you did a video like this, please comment down below and I would love to go and have a watch of it. I have reviewed most of these products individually on my blog, so if that's something you'd be interested in, then the link is down below. But as always guys, thank you so much for clicking on me. I really hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!